Coach, in set one, it seemed like the block was kind of like, I would say, dictating the offense, but it was pretty strong for the other team. Can you kind of take me through what the first set was like for your team?
Yeah, I thought we served pretty easy in the first set, so they had a lot of good looks. Our game plan was not being played out very well on our side. I was not very kind to our team after set one in the huddle, talking about my disappointment in the way that we were handling our game plan. And I really liked our response after that, and I thought our block responded, and then they had a really hard time scoring after that. So, there's a lot of really good players on the other side of the net, and they only hit 0.77 for the match. So that's a great thing for us. I thought Ronika in particular was really special with her block, and 12 blocks in a 4-set match. That's beautiful. And some of the last moves, I'm not sure we could have scored to end it. It was fitting that she got the last block at the end.
And you almost blew the roof off of the place. I mean, you had point after point, and the crowd got more hype. What was your feelings going through those final 5 or 6 points at the end?
Well, credit to our servers. I think I was able to make better reads just because they were out of system, and the setter was pretty much projecting where she was going to set the ball, so I was able to get big and line up with our pin blockers. And so yeah, credit to our servers. They just allowed me to close and finish the job.
And your thoughts on the crowd from you two? They're pretty loud today.
Yeah, I loved it. I was like, why are they screaming so loud? And I looked up and the Jumbotron kept saying louder. I was like, oh wow, this is crazy. So it was really nice, especially in the end, feeding off. We, as a team, we are high energy, but when the crowd brings it with us too, then it just makes us want to finish it even faster for them. We don't want to disappoint our fans, and so when they're that hyped, we want to get even more hyped.
Don't quote that. I think the attendance this weekend was great for us against two important opponents. It's kind of what we've been asking for, and I think we're a really good team. I think we have a lot of great personalities. That this is a group that you should want to cheer for and you should want to support, and I think the community does. I want us to win in front of our home crowd, and I want us to play how I know we can play in front of them, so they can see just how special we are. And we had a lot of really good moments tonight, and I thought they rewarded us with their applause, and that was great. So hopefully this is something that we can just continue with and grow with. The support for women's sports at Oregon is unparalleled, and so we're just really proud to be a part of that.
And then in set 3, it was 6-1 early then, and you guys fought all the way back to win. What was that time out like, and kind of the words you said? You don't want exact words, but just to come back and win that one.
Yeah, it was similar to after set 1. I think I was just pretty intense and just trying to call people out, and we needed more from certain individuals, and I thought we got great responses. Willow Johnson, I wasn't pleased with in the beginning. I thought she responded, had some really big kills. And so, I like to see that. Lindsay Vanderweyde was kind of getting into herself and trying to get her out of it. August Rasky, who I think, just does so many phenomenal things. Just made some lackadaisical plays, which, again, with every set being so close, you just can't afford to make those plays. That could be the difference. So I just get on people and trying to hold them accountable and try to fire them up maybe a little bit this Sunday morning. So, yeah.
Like the second, third sets, you had some big runs in both of them. What is the feeling, or what is the difference when you guys get on that roll? And I think 13-2 and 10-0 in one of them.
Yep.
It's just knowing how good we can be, and I think after those timeouts that I was referring to, right before the start of the game, we came in and we just really talked about being a team and being together. The coaches can't do it for us, and Matt was trying to push us as much as he can, but we're the ones on the court, and we really need to fight and, really buy in. And that's the thing that we've been preaching for a really long time. And so for us to be able to do that even when we're down shows that how much we've grown in these past years.
I think our sport is interesting because there's 6 different rotations. And so there's weak rotations on the other side for their offense, and there's stronger rotations for us when we have a better server. So some of those that you're talking about in particular, those runs, like Lindsay had a great serving run. Plus, it was a bad offensive rotation for them. So that combination really makes it hard for them to side out and get that point on the other side. And we were pretty clean, and we were very much into our game plan. And that's where we were able to get those big runs in the second and third set. And even the fourth set, I thought we did, even though we let them back in. But when you get some good matchups like that, it can really change the momentum of a game.
Yeah. How much can you control it?
Well, you can try to match up your rotations, but then if they decide to change theirs. So I thought we had the matchup we were looking for. But we had it even in the first set, and that didn't matter, so it shows what I know. And then we got it again, and then we were great. So that shows what I know. You can try to control a little bit, but ultimately, it comes down to the players. But a lot of teams don't vary too much, don't have a ton of variety in their offense. This is kind of what they do. So, we are big, we're physical enough that we can negate a lot of things that other teams try to do. And so we were able to do that in a lot of those runs.
It was early September the last time you guys had 3 players that had 3 double-doubles. That happened again today. How did that contribute to you guys' success?
I mean, we have some great volleyball players on our team that are well-rounded, we have pin hitters that could play the whole game, and one of those is even on the bench. 2 of them are on the bench, and Jolie and Taylor. But Brooke and Lindsay are both capable of getting kills and play great defense. August gets a ton of double-doubles with her defense and her setting. Ronika gets a double-double with her blocking and her hitting. Lauren Page has done it before. So we just have a lot of people that are very dynamic in their positions and are well-rounded enough to get those kind of stats.
And then against USC on Friday, you talked about the serving performance. Talking about the difference today. Tass had a good night, in addition to Raspi.
Yeah, I mean, again, with us, I want us to miss serves. Like, I don't like when we only have 4 misses. Like, we had 10 misses today. And I know the crowd doesn't like it, and I keep trying to tell the team and the crowd, I try to educate, that it's important for us to miss serves. So you can't just boo us every time we miss a serve because you think it's a free throw. It's not a free throw. It's like if you just pitch strikes all day long, the team is going to knock them out of the park, right? So we can't just keep serving in because then the other team gets confidence with their offense. So I'd rather us be more aggressive. I'd rather us miss some more. But we applied a lot of pressure on them today. And again, they only hit 0.77 because I thought we were aggressive with our serving. So then they didn't get comfortable, like what Ronika talked about. The setter didn't get a lot of great in-system opportunities. So then it makes our block much easier to form. And so I thought we were very unaggressive against USC Friday. And we were very aggressive tonight. And I will take this with 10 misses over our 3 misses against SC any day.
What do you think about Brooks' Vancego's performance in the second and third sets? I mean, she had some huge kills and blocks, huge.
Yeah, this was probably the best I think she's looked physically, probably since her injury last year. So that was really exciting to see. She's just a really good volleyball player, and now that she feels better, she's doing a lot of good things for us. Yeah, she carried us offensively. Her numbers dipped down a little bit, but she had 357, 11 kills. That's great. She was the best hitter in the match, and we needed her to be. So I like that response from her, and that was important.
And your last couple of matches with Lindsay is kind of coming down to an end. What are these moments like with her on the court and just kind of like?
Well, they got to dance in Autzen. That's what you got to do.
I don't like to think about it. I love playing with all the seniors, and especially Lindsay being next to her since freshman year. And I know it's coming to an end, but just wanting to fight for her and for the rest of them. Yeah, I don't like to think about it. I just like to game by game. It's sad.
It's a pretty fun group, and I don't know if you've ever seen their pregame dances.
Check them out; they're viral.
Oh my! This is what I deal with. Lauren, Lindsay, and Ronika is pretty hilarious. So yesterday at Austin, they did it in between one of the timeouts, and it got a solid applause.
Yeah.
Solid applause.
There was a tweet from Marie Taylor saying that's the reason 900 West she is a big fan of you guys. What was that like on game day with her? Is that something that you want to do after volleyball, or is that something you're kind of thinking about now?
After I'm done with my professional career, I want to get into sideline reporting and sports broadcasting, and so being able to connect with her was an amazing experience. And she texted me saying she responded to the video saying, 1, is this the volleyball team? 2, please send me this video right now. And I was like, yes, got you. But no, she's so great. And yesterday I was able to be on the field and run the Go Ducks Snapchat and introduce myself to another sports broadcaster. So just being able to connect with as many people as I can to hopefully have that be my job one day.
I think she needs to develop a personality before she gets into that, though. So we got a long way to go. So she's got another year.
Matt, you mentioned wanting home success, but you've actually been more successful in the league on the road this year, and that's how you finished. What is the challenge, and what's been your success reasons for winning on the road?
I think because I have them a little more focused. I have more control on the road with them. I have their schedules. We're in the hotel together. We have our practices. We have our video sessions. There's not as many distractions. Their friends aren't there. Their families aren't there. If they are, I invite them in with us. So I think we have a lot of great personality on this team, and we are very fun and social, but I just think it's important for us to just be able to get into a game plan and focus a little bit more. I also make sure they get better sleep on the road. So all those things are important,
We're like children.
They're my children. I have a 3 and a 5-year-old and then 15, 20-year-olds. That's kind of what I do. Yeah, but I just think they're able to just stay focused on the road a little bit more. And the difference is when you're on the road, it's kind of that you versus everybody mentality. So we really bond. And here, after I told this team on Friday, is that we are expecting when we get home that somehow it's going to be easier because we're home. And so we lose that fight that we have on the road. And I would like for us to fight like we do on the road all the time. And then if the fans want to bring some energy towards us also, that's great. But you can't count on the fans to do it for you. And so I thought today was much better. I thought we were in that fighting spirit. And then the fans got in there, and I thought that was really intimidating to UCLA. So that's kind of we got to find the right cocktail. We got to find the right mixture.
You talked about your team's lack of belief on Friday. Do you think they did a better job of kind of just having that confidence and believing?
Yes and no. I thought, like I said, I thought Lindsay doubted herself a lot. And I think, if Ronika wasn't blocking like she did, we'd be playing right now in the 5th set. So, yeah, I mean, we still don't really believe how good we can be, or individually how good we are individually, which is really upsetting, and we're kind of running out of time to kind of believe in that. So we watch film, and I try to show them. They're always surprised how high they are on film. And I'm like, you guys understand how freaky of athletes you are? Like, you have this over other people, but they don't quite see themselves that way. So just got to keep doing it. Keep giving them praise, which, I hate doing that. So very frustrating.
Are you close to getting Taylor back?
Yeah. So she was cleared to play in the back row today. So I'm hopeful we'll have her for next week. I don't know if we will or not, but she's coming along. So I think she's starting to feel better, which is important. But yeah, she was, last time we played these two teams, she was National Player of the Week, so if you want to know what the difference is. Now, Brooke Vincent was great, and how amazing that we have the depth that we have. I don't know how many teams that we play, or any teams in sports at this level, that if you take out 2 of your best players from your lineup, that you're going to be successful winning matches against top 25 competition. But we are. So, we lose some, partly because of that, but we're also able to win it, and I just think that shows how good of a team we are.